Picture this: a fearsome longship, its dragon-headed prow slicing through the icy waters, carrying a crew of fierce warriors and skilled traders, setting sail across the unknown. Welcome to the age of the Vikings, where bravery, adventure, and relentless curiosity collided to shape the course of history. Hey everyone! Welcome back to my channel. Today, we're diving deep into the fascinating world of the Vikings, those iconic Norse seafarers whose stories of exploration, conquest, and culture still captivate our imaginations over 1,000 years later. So, grab a warm cup of mead, or, just some hot chocolate, and settle in because in the next few minutes, we're going on an epic journey through time. To understand the Vikings, we have to first ask ourselves, who were they? Known primarily as seafarers from the Scandinavian regions of Denmark, Norway, and Sweden, Vikings were not just warriors. They were also farmers, craftsmen, and traders. Emerging during the late 8th century, they brought their influences to Europe, Asia, and even North America. Imagine a bustling marketplace in York or Dublin, filled with exotic goods like silk, spices, and silver, all thanks to these intrepid explorers. The Viking Age officially began in 793 AD with the infamous raid on Lindisfarne, a Christian monastery in Northumbria. This marked not just a raid, but a reckoning, a wake-up call for medieval Europe. But hold on! This was not simply about plunder and pillage. For many Vikings, these raids were an opportunity for wealth, but they were also driven by a desperate need for land and resources. Let's step into the shoes of a Viking for a moment. Picture yourself in a village on the edge of a fjord. You rise with the sun, tending to your farm, perhaps raising sheep or growing barley. The community is tight-knit, and family ties are everything. Storytelling around the fire at night is a cherished tradition, where sagas of gods, heroes, and legends come to life. Trained in the ways of the sea, they crafted iconic longships that could navigate the northern seas and river waters alike. The same vessel that would carry warriors into glory also transported goods that enriched their communities. These ships weren't just tools, they were symbols of freedom and exploration. They practically invented the ocean, which would soon become their freeway to the world. And what about their incredible voyages? Vikings were not just raiders, they were explorers. The Vikings didn't just stop at the shorelines of Scandinavia. With their advanced shipbuilding techniques, they navigated treacherous waters to discover new lands. Eric the Red famously founded Greenland, and his son, Leif Erikson, is credited with reaching the shores of North America almost 500 years before Columbus. You heard that right. Long before Columbus made his journey, the Vikings landed in what we now call Newfoundland. Can you imagine the adventures they had? They called it Vinland, perhaps due to the wild grapes that grew there. Led by Norse explorer Leif Erikson, they created settlements, basically the very first North American colony. But it wasn't just raiding and sailing. At home, Viking life was much more than battles and voyages. Their communities revolved around family, farming, and craftsmanship. Women in Viking society held a unique status. They could own property, initiate divorce, and were often the keepers of the household wealth. The Viking culture was rich, complex, and deeply woven with mythology. They were deeply spiritual. The Vikings had their own gods. The pantheon of Viking gods, from Odin, the Allfather, to the fierce warrior goddess Freya, inspired their values and way of life. Their mythology served as a cosmic code of ethics, shaping everything from governance to artistry. Poetry, storytelling, and art flourished in their society. Their mythology was rich with tales of bravery, cunning, and the ultimate destiny, Ragnarok, the end of the world. These beliefs painted a vivid picture of the world around them, shaping the way they lived their everyday lives. They honored their ancestors through elaborate burial rites, showing that even in death, legacy mattered to them. So, what happened to the Vikings? By the late 11th century, the Viking Age began to wane. The very factors that propelled their journeys into uncharted territories, their fierce independence and explorative spirit, were both a gift and a curse. As Europe developed into more unified kingdoms, the Vikings faced increasing resistance. The shift towards Christianity played a huge role, as many tribes settled down, traded, and integrated into the societies they once raided. The once feared raiders became subjects of kings, evolving into merchants and warriors of a different kind. Christianity spread across Scandinavia, and the Vikings gradually integrated into the cultures they once raided. Their raids turned into settlements, and their warriors became farmers and kings. Today, the Viking spirit lives on. From historical research to pop culture phenomena like Vikings and Thor, the fascination with their courage, ingenuity, and mythos continues to capture our imaginations. Their contributions to navigation, trade, and even storytelling are still felt today. So, what can we learn from the Vikings? Their spirit of adventure, willingness to explore the unknown, and resilience in the face of adversity inspire us to embrace our own journeys, no matter how daunting they may seem. If you enjoyed this captivating saga of the Vikings, please hit that like button and share your thoughts in the comments below. Have you ever imagined sailing with them or living in their time? I'd love to hear your stories. And don't forget to subscribe for more incredible history adventures. Till next time, keep exploring the stories that shape our world.